guys, and welcome out to another marvelous day on the farm. I just got back from the mill with some grain. We have the grain drill here behind us. I have to go find Christopher. He ran out of wheat seed, but he's almost done planting wheat. So I went to the mill this morning, got him a load of wheat seed. It's still in this truck, and I'm gonna go find him. We're gonna get the grain drill all loaded up, and I'll go give you guys a little grain planting video. You didn't think I was gonna let grain planting go by and not give you a video about it, right? So let's get going.
All right guys, what is up? So hey, sorry I haven't taken a whole lot of videos, but I am filling the DT right now. As you can see behind me, it is filling. I got the truck unloading into the tractor, and I'm on my last leg, so I only need half of a truckload. I didn't want to put it into the grain cart, and so I am just filling straight out of the grain auger right now into the drill. So what I will do is, as it gets full, I'll pull up so it fills the second bin. I could have been a little bit farther over, but this is the first time this year filling out of the auger. Last year, this is how I filled it the whole time. I'll show you what it's like here in a minute. It's a little windy outside, or I do a little bit more filming outside. All right, here's another view from this end. I just got the truck unloading into the auger at the tractor, and as soon as it's getting about full up there, I'll just hurry and shut it off. All right, sorry about the wind, but I just got the drill full. It's not exactly level, but we'll go up, kind of smooth it out and close the bins up. Might have run off the other side just a little bit because I wasn't quite straight. Let's walk up here and see what we got. So in this bin I could hold a little bit more. Same in that bin, I could hold a little bit more, but I wasn't quite straight. See, I was maybe almost running it off the other side just a little bit. But we'll get these closed up and go keep planting. All right, now that it's all full, we're out here in the field. So we're gonna get this thing unfolded and get going here. Seems like it unfolds a lot faster than the old one. It depends on if it's cold or warm. That's true. Some days on cold days, it is kind of slow. Now this drill, it does have well, it's one bin, but it's separated in the middle. So you could potentially plant, you could plant your fertilizer with your crop that you're putting in, or you could plant two different types of crops. So I've heard of people that will plant like peas and oats or something. Yeah, so you could sow two different things together. Now this field, is this 120 acres? This one, yeah, 121 acres. 121 acres. Looks like you've got, I don't know, 20 or 30 acres left. Yep. It's planted all that over there. Now, so you only have one field left after this? Yep. So I got the remainder of this field, maybe 30 acres or so, and then one 90-acre field after this. And so this year for total wheat acres, probably after today, I'll probably get most of them done today, maybe in the morning. It'll be 1,600 acres of wheat. It's a lot of wheat. So I've been doing about 150, 200 acres a day on a good day. Today I didn't start till 3:30, so had meetings with the pipe movers up from Mexico and stuff. Yeah, all of our pipe movers got here today, so I'm sure they're getting ready to get rolling, because they actually help cut all of our potato seed, and we're getting that delivered tomorrow. So they'll be cutting, and we'll be transloading and getting all of our potato seed ready to go. Yep. So we did, just so everybody knows, last year, was it 1,200 or 1,300 acres of wheat? I think it was just shy of 1,300 acres. So we had 1,300 acres of wheat last year, roughly. This year we've got a little over 1,600 acres of wheat. So grew more wheat this year, so
that big Fendt Ideal 9 combine we got is definitely going to get a little bit more of a workout this year. They fixed all the problems that we had with it last year, so it should be good to go for harvest this year. As you can see, it is a wee bit dusty. It's pretty windy outside. It's blowing about 15-20 miles an hour, and that makes it a little dusty when you're planting. You don't just get a nice view.
Well, and last night it wasn't very dusty because it had rained yesterday morning, but it wasn't windy most of the day yesterday. Today, with it being windy, it's dried out the top, so now it's really dusty.
Got this big hill we have to go down. That is a little bit sketchy, if you ask me. Oh my goodness, there's some bumps.
Well, you should. It's not as sketchy going down as going up. It almost it's going to struggle going up because I got a full tank now.
Oh,
and this is a steeper part of the hill. Occasionally I'll have to put the discs up.
Yeah. So this hill last year this was in potatoes, and when I was in the Dammer Diker, and I think one of the planters, we were going up this hill and the front tires of the tractor came off the ground. It's a good thing we had an implement on the back, because that's the only thing that held the tractor from wheeling over. It's a pretty big hill. It's pretty steep, at least. It's not very big, not very long. It's just a short, steep hill.
Yep.
Have you had any problems with the planter this year, or does it just run really good?
For the most part, it's run really good. Haven't had any problems with any of the discs or hoses. Occasionally in the morning when it's really cold, one of these little seating wheels or motors for the seating wheels doesn't want to start initially. And so usually, just like a problem with your computer or something else, usually if I shut the system off, turn it back on, like reboot it, it'd work. But sometimes I'd have to reboot it a couple times. Then I'd want to calibrate it to make sure it was actually turning correctly. But yeah.
Here's the hill. Now we got to go up it.
I stick the diff lock in.
Oh goodness. It's struggling. The tires are spinning. If you can see, we're not really moving, but those tires are spinning real good. This is a big hill.
It's beeping at me saying, hey, you're going too slow. But it's still speeding.
It doesn't like going this slow when it's it knows the ground speed and the wheel speed is not matching. But yeah, we got a little bit left to do, and then you have, let's see, we're planting one field into hay.
One field into hay. Hopefully we'll get onto that tomorrow. So I'll have to change out the seed wheels so they're a smaller seed wheel for the hay, and recalibrate it, make sure it's good to go for the hay. I pick up, I'll pick not the discs. I like to work it up good so the hay seed gets a good moisture, but the depth. You'd only want to plant hay seed, just barely under the surface, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch deep max for the hay seed. Some guys even just broadcast spread it on top of the ground. But this, if you put it just underneath the soil, gives it good, like Lemkin always says, good seed to soil contact and be in good moisture.
Yeah.
So
we didn't want to plant another hay field because, well, hay is not worth very much, but we have one field that had really bad wild oats last year, and it's really hard to get rid of wild oats. But one way to get rid of it is you plant Roundup Ready hay, and then you can go in and you can just round up the whole field and kill all the wild oats. And if you do that if you leave it in hay for 3 or 4 years and do that every year, you'll pretty well, not 100%, but you'll pretty well take care of your wild oats. So that's why we had to put this field into hay, because, well, the end of this year we'll be taking another field out of hay, so it won't be too bad next year. This year we'll have quite a bit of hay to do, but we're gonna be baling all of it this year, which will be a little bit different. We haven't really baled much of our hay before, but that's what we're gonna be doing this year. Not so much silage.
But we do have a new baler that we're excited to try out too.
Yeah, we bought it's a New Holland.
It's a New Holland 340 bale, 3x4 baler.
New 3x4 New Holland baler. So it should do a really good job. It should last us a long time because they said that it'll do, what, 30, 40,000 bales with no problems, really?
Oh, it'll probably do more than that.
Yeah, so it'll do a lot of bales.
Probably 100 to 200,000.
That's a lot of bales. But yeah, it'll do enough bales for us that by buying a brand new one and getting good financing and stuff, it'll probably last us 30 years at least, maybe more, without having to get another baler. So we figured it'd be a good purchase to just buy a new one versus a used one. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna hop out and let Christopher continue to plant. He's got a lot of planting to get done. I don't want to distract him. But we didn't do a big calibration video this year. We feel like we didn't need to do another one. And we didn't do a video about the cameras. It's got cameras in the bin and behind it. But down in the description, I'll put a link to last year's video. So if you have one of these, or if you just bought one and you want to know how to calibrate it and how to put a camera in the bin, I'll put those 2 videos from last year in the description. So if you want to know how to do that, you can just go click on those videos and go watch those videos right now. But I'm gonna let him keep planting. And it's really windy, but I'm gonna go try and fly my drone. So fingers crossed I get some cool drone footage for you guys. All right, guys, well, I was able to get some drone footage. So before I show you that, I'm gonna give you a little walkthrough of our cellar here. So I came back in here. This is the cellar that we are gonna be cutting seed in. We have everything lined up. So I'm gonna walk down and kind of show you what's going on here and what we have set up. So to start off at the end of the cellar, we have our piler here. So this is one of many pilers that we have. So we put this at the very end because we're gonna pile the potatoes about right here. And we need this to be in the cellar. So this is our scooper. It will hook to the front of the piler. And it is a smaller version of what you've seen in other videos, but just a little scooper. This is what we will use. That's what we'll use to fill the trucks. And then this is where we'll start piling the potatoes. So we have another piler on this side, and this piler is hooked to the duster and the cutter up here. So right here we have our dusters. So this one applies wet chemical and this one applies dry. So it's just to help with disease, so the seed potatoes don't get diseased. So in front of that, this is our seed cutter. So we put all of our potatoes across this, and they'll go up the front, they'll come across, and it sizes them. The top is big potatoes and the smaller ones drop through down here. But it runs across these fingers, straightens out right here, goes into all these knives that are spinning, cuts them, and it spits them out back here and runs across here. All the little chips will fall through here, the little tiny slivers. And then any that don't get cut, we have knives right here, and there will be a whole bunch of guys standing right here to cut those. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Go down below, comment RMF Club, and like the video to make sure you're in the RMF Club. And enjoy this drone footage. I love you. I'll see you in the next one.